Hello, I just wanted to kind of go through my presentation of what I learned with snap.js. This is the plugin that or the JavaScript library that I chose to attempt to learn and uh, add to my presentation. But on this site, it's pretty neat right off the bat. You can kind of see one of their animations here by clicking on this. I'm actually going to reload the page so you can just kind of see how that text comes in on the reload, and it does this little twirl and then a couple other little things that were added to it, and then whenever you click it, it does this. Some of the other things is you scroll through here, there's some demos, and I've got those open right here. There's a pile of cards, and it animates in various ways, you know, a house or a wall. There's the cylinder version. This looks really cool. There's the sticks thing that's continuously running, and the third claim is this this text here. I'll just click this real so you can see what it does. And the claims are that all three of those demos were created with Snapped, and there are some other things as you go through the examples on here: buttons flipping over, chaining more than one animation together. There's various different easing functions or easing animations and things like that. So as you go through the site, each button when you run the example does something different. And there's the code there that is supposed to help make it work. So I tried a lot of these. One of the things I didn't see because I was skimming through here very quickly the first week that I chose it was this little note here. And I'm starting to wonder if not only are there changes that we should expect to be being made, but I'm wondering if some of this stuff is not fully functional yet. I was following the instructions fairly closely. This is the little site I put together for the demonstration. But here's just a standard animation. This just does a single thing, and it doesn't work another time. I guess it doesn't do it again. So you have to reload the page, and clicking that will cause it to animate. I got the chain function animation to work where you can get a number of animations to go in sequence. So here when you click this, you're going to see it flip, and then it does a reversal, and the text ends up being backwards, and then when you do it again, it runs through it again. These other ones, this was just the standard animation function, which was supposed to kind of make the button shake up and down a little bit. It's not working. The other one is this, the transform or chaining animations together, and that also just would not work for me. I'll give you a quick look at my HTML. It's just a basic outer and inner wrapper, and then within that are 4 divs. The styles were applied to the 4 divs to give them the blue and the border radiuses that you see there, and then I applied styles to the text and the button. I'm not really going to walk you through the style sheet to see all that because I think everybody knows how to do CSS, but I am going to show you my JS file. These are the functions that I added. You basically grab the element by the ID, telling it on click I want you to run this function, and here's where the snapped line of code jumps in. So again, you're telling it on the flip me, I want you to position it this way and rotate it this way, and using the ease transition. So that was the first one that you saw here. When I refresh the page and you just click that, that is what causes that function to happen. And then the second function you've got here is the chain animation, where there are 2 animations in here. So what it does is same kind of thing as the first one. Get the element by ID, on click, do this function, and then here's where the snap starts up. Snapped, get element by ID, and then you select the chain button again, or that's the button that I gave the ID to, or the ID I gave the button to. I'm saying on the first animation I want you to position like this, rotate like this, use the ease transition, and then instead of closing here with the semicolon, you add another dot snapped, and then you add the second animation in. So on this one I just did the position at 0 again, and told it to rotate the math.py in the center, which is why it spins on its axis and turns out reversed. And I used the ease transition again, and then here's where that closes, and then finally the entire function closes here. This third one, was where I was trying to get a transform function to work, and it just would not work. I had originally had the two fixed animate functions work, or I had sorry, they never worked. I had the code in here, but they weren't working, so I took that code back out. I should have taken this out too, so apologies for that. But there it is. There's a little introduction to Snapped and how it works.